Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of LMScast. My name is Joshua Millage. I'm joined today with Christopher Badgett, and today we're talking about something that is a little bit controversial, and it all has to do with engagement and what the membership site plugin owners, I guess you could say, aren't telling you. So Chris, take it away, man.
All right. Well, the controversial statement here is that membership sites have a dirty little secret. And I'm not pointing the finger at anybody specifically or anything, but what ends up happening since the whole membership space kind of came out and evolved within the internet marketing world is that there was a lot of focus on conversion, getting people to interested in what's behind the restricted content, getting them to convert and pay, register, whatever, to get into that members area. I feel like it's a little lopsided in focus. It's great to have all that stuff, but then there's this whole other thing that needs to happen, which is engagement on the other side once they're inside the area. And of course, the people who make these sites put good content for the most part behind there, but it's not as engaging as it could be in the current available membership site plugins out there, and WordPress themes aren't really giving you enough tools like LifterLMS does to really up your level of engagement back there. So the dirty little secret to kind of quantify it and ground that in reality, what happens is people buy and a very small percent actually complete or even watch all the content or read or use or do the exercises that are in there in the membership area. So that's the dirty little secret, and we're here to make that better.
That's right. Well, and I had a long road in the internet marketing world. I had a marketing consulting firm prior to starting the web development shop that we're a part of, Codebox, and I saw this a lot. And part of it is on the owner of the, well, I mean, it's always on the leader. So the people who buy these membership plugins, install them on their WordPress sites, create these memberships, it's on them to get their students to engage. But in their defense, it's not always easy. And sometimes if you're using a service like Infusionsoft that requires a lot of campaigns, HTTP posts using the API to weave it all together, for something as simple as, say, if someone doesn't log in for 30 days, send them an email. Like, that's not something just really easy to create, which I feel like it should be. So that's one of the things that we're really spearheading with our plugin, LifterLMS, is that we want to be able to allow for these simple triggers to be implemented pretty much instantly. And it's important. I mean, it shows intentionality, allows you to kind of scale the human touch. And as a teacher, and my parents both being teachers, they would call on their students if they hadn't seen them for a week, right? That means they're sick, or that means something's going on. Hey, how's it going? How is there anything I can do to help you? Why aren't we doing that type of touch in the digital world? It's easy to do, and we can automate that. So if someone buys your course, and in the first 2 weeks they never even log in, hey, I saw that you bought my course, but you haven't done anything. What's going on? How are you doing? Are you struggling to get going? Give me shoot me a email, or maybe even pick up the phone and call them. That's a crazy idea, but it does wonders for people, and that's the type of thing that we really want to build in. I think, one, it's just good for business. It's good business to do that. But two, if you think about how a teacher would actually act in real life with their students, it's mimicking what has always happened and what we're forgetting in this transition to the digital era. So it's interesting. And the other thing, Chris, I think that people need to understand is that there's a level of fun that you can have through gamification too. So what's important about gamification, and how can that help the learning experience?
Well, gamification is a big deal inside of e-learning platforms, and you can think about gamification and what's known as engagements as sort of like mini certificates. So if you're using a WordPress LMS website to generate a certificate of completion, whether that's official or just for fun or whatever, these little gamification engagements are like little mini endorphin hits, like, sweet, you passed this part, here's a badge, or here's this kind of achievement. And then tying into the engagement functionality where we're essentially taking some of the best parts of what Infusionsoft does for $300 a month into WordPress. You can actually trigger emails, automated responses, like personalized to that user. So,
sorry, I've just got too many weird little bikers here in Santa Cruz. Go for it.
Okay. So you can so essentially what we've done with inside the engagement part is we've taken some of the best things that Infusionsoft does for $300 a month and blended that into the plugin functionality natively in the power of WordPress to trigger emails at these benchmarks or milestones or engagement points that are personalized to that user. Congratulations, you just completed this test, or congratulations, you achieved a grade of 73. Awesome. Here's a coupon code for something. I mean, the sky's the limit on what you can do to engage with your users and really attack that dirty little secret of people getting in there, kind of going full steam ahead for the beginning, and then they just start to feel really alone and they fall off. Because like you said, it all comes back to the leader, and if the leader's not engaging, that's not good, and it's not all about just passive content. It's great. You can use the e-learning LMS site to build a passive income business where it is all automated, hands-off. But if you really want to step up your game and engagement and really push your material out to the broadest audience with the most impact and revenue potential, engagement components of the plugin are going to be very valuable to you.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can, with our plugin, you can actually have probably the most passive experience possible without losing that human touch. And so I think it's incredible. And I think that the other thing I want to say here is we provide this is what's so cool to me, is we provide all of this engagement functionality natively in our plugin. But we're also saying if you're using a system currently and you don't want to stop, you want to pass that data through, you can. So we immediately are going to have a Infusionsoft integration that allows you to pass data back and forth. But down the road, we'll have things that allow you to integrate with probably other CRMs, definitely other autoresponders and emails, so that you can have those things tracked. If you're using Aweber and you want to keep all your email stats in there, you can do that. Or MailChimp, etc., Entreport, all of these. They're going to be coming pretty quickly. So I don't want people to think, oh, now I've got to snap into your system and use your system. Yeah, you can if you don't already use something. If you're already using something, we're going to integrate with it, and it's going to work beautifully. So, and that's one of the things I really think is going to set us apart down the road as we try to really elevate and lift this LMS community to the next level and allow them to really take their knowledge and spread it better, engage better, and all of that. So, yeah, it's the frustration I have. I think membership sites do really only a couple things well, and that's allow you to get users into a private area. And what we're doing is so much more than that. We absolutely have that functionality, but we're combining that, blending that with the LMS architecture, and then adding this layer of engagement. And I don't think there's anything quite like it out there. So if you're hearing this, you're like, wow, I want to get involved. Right now, we're not selling it. We are finishing out the build and moving into the beta process. If you're interested in being a part of that, we'd love to hear from you, and you can go sign up for that at LifterLMS.com. There's also a really cool opportunity for you to save a little bit of money when we do launch the program, but I'm not going to tell people about that. They have to go over there and experience it. It's really easy to do too, if you want to get a little bonus. So the progression is, we're going to open up this first group for a few days, get as many people involved in the plugin as possible, and then the real full launch is going to come at the beginning of the year. So if you do want to get a sneak peek, you want to get involved early, please go over and sign up so that we know that you're interested and we can engage with you. But yeah, if you have any questions too, you can reach out to me at joshua@LMScast.com or Chris at LMScast.com. And Chris, sum this up, man. I think you've done a great job of providing insight to our team and how to build this well. So what are the key things for people to remember from this?
I think, like Josh is saying, that if you want to kind of have a traditional membership site with this plugin, you can do that. But we're building this in the way that WordPress itself is built, in that there's people who use WordPress very simply or as just a simple blog publishing platform, and then there's large e-commerce sites, the New York Times, big media sites, even the FreshBooks application is on the WordPress platform. So we're here for you in a small way, but if you're ready to kind of start turning on these components and explore, the LifterLMS plugin is ready for you at all stages. And if this engagement piece sounds interesting, I would encourage you to get a copy of the plugin, get inside, start seeing what you can do. And most importantly, before you even do that, think about your online community and what you're trying to teach and how you want to help change people's lives. And how can that engagement, how can you improve that? And then you'll get inside the LMS plugin and you'll see ways that we're there waiting for you, ready, with tools that you can use to level up the engagement in your e-learning platform.
I love it. All right. Well, everyone, again, reach out to us if you have any questions. Check out the plugin at LifterLMS.com, and we will talk to you next week.